Good morning. So this is the Barbieri deck, and I'm doing a 3-card reading with it. I'm going to start using it in the compares because it's really a cool deck. I got this at a originally at a psychic fair. Went in and I saw this deck and I'm like, gotta have it. It's very interesting. There's some cards in this deck that are just absolutely amazing, but it is different. So if you read intuitively and you read by how the cards make you feel and stuff like that, it's going to have a different feel to it. So and it does come with a little booklet, and I'm going to tell you the meanings are slightly different, again, just slightly, but they are. And so I just thought I would do a quick little 3 cards on this deck, and I just pulled them randomly, but I will do a whole review on this deck, so that just takes a little planning, and just doing unplanned stuff right now. So this is the 7 of Wands, we've got the 6 of Wands, and we have the 4 of Cups. And I feel like when I look at these cards, okay, so if I'm just going to read the story and I'm going to look at these cards on how do they make me feel and what do I see in the cards, regardless of the meanings. I'm not even going to look at the meanings right now, but I do see this person standing, well, person, monster, whatever he is. He's standing there, and you know, he's got you know, he's got that ready stance. He's got his bow. It looks like a bow for a bow and arrow at his ready. He's pulling it out. He's going to defend himself, and I feel like it's almost defending himself. So normally, like the 6 of Wands would be, you know, recognition or whatever, but I feel like this is almost like defending himself against someone that is being recognized. There is a dragon, and there's a person on top of that dragon, and I have a hard time seeing, the light in here stinks, but he is kind of like, I feel like he's defending himself against that, like maybe someone, so if I were to read the story, it's he's defending himself about someone getting recognition, and maybe he feels like he needs to get the recognition, and instead of whoever is getting it, so he's ready for standing up to this person and saying, no, you know, I get it, I'm supposed to have it. But what that leaves him is the 4 of Cups. So here's the 6, I don't know if I showed that, the 6 of Wands, and then we have the 4 of Cups. And because I almost feel like, okay, so yeah, I almost feel like this guy's being a baby, you know, like, okay, I'm supposed to get the recognition, I'm gonna stand up for myself, and when I do, I'm not getting it. And because I'm not getting it, then I'm sulking and I'm feeling sorry for myself. And I really feel like that's what the story is about. Like overall, you know, you're standing up for something maybe that isn't genuine, that maybe, you know, it's more of a jealousy or a kind of thing. And then we have the 4 of Cups, which reminds us that he's sulking now and he's not appreciating what he does have. Instead, he's looking at someone else getting recognition. So that's kind of what I see in this deck. I think that's a pretty cool little 3 cards. So if I were to look up the meanings in this deck, let's see, we've got 7 of Wands, which is sometimes you have to be really serious, make yourself as big as you can, gather up all your colleague Karen, fierceness, and I'm sorry, it's just the light, and direct it to the problem at hand. Sometimes the battle is external and sometimes internal. Mostly you are your own enemy. So that actually, see, that's interesting. And I haven't looked at this deck in a long time. I look at it occasionally. I haven't reached out to the meanings. And then the 6 of Wands, there are 5 ways a battle can end. You can lose, you can win. The battle is a draw. You and your enemy both lose, and in rare instances, you and your enemy both win. Try for the universal win, but failing that, try to win as graciously as possible. And that's funny because it's exactly kind of how I was reading it. Now, normally, right, the 6 of Wands would be about recognition, and I read it kind of as a battle. It's very interesting. see, when you look at the cards, you can get what the meanings is. And then I would doing the he's feeling sorry for himself. Let's see what that's about. Where are the cups? They call them chalices. So 4 of chalices or cups. How could someone who was so exquisitely fashioned, so magnificently pleasing, so utterly perfect, be so unhappy? He has it all. Well, all except for morality of a plucked rose and the cold distant starlight. So yeah, he's feeling like, yeah, he's not as good as he thought he was. That's really interesting to take that. And I totally did this randomly. I do pick these randomly just because I want it to feel more real. I'm not good at scripting, so I don't script anything. I just kind of go with flow. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So that is a 3-card reading in the Barbieri Tarot. And you know, if you want to go in a little further, I mean, I think I explained why I was reading the way I was. I totally was reading by how the cards looked to me, how they felt to me at the time. And when we went back to look at the booklet, we were pretty close to what we were saying. And sometimes I think that's really important because you know, I feel like the tarot is like, it's my psychic guide. I don't see things, I feel things. And when I get to use the tarot, it allows me to see how I feel. And it helps me to tap into those feelings with pictures. So it's almost like an illustrated guide for me personally. Now I know some people like just see, you know, they're psychic. They see things, you know, they hear things, they are told things, they do feel things as well, but they have that extra, here's the information, you know, and some psychics are absolutely amazing. But I will say, I feel like I'm intuitive, but having this guide, so if you are worried about being psychic when you're doing tarot readings, don't worry about it. The most important thing is that you tap into your own feelings and allow yourself to guide yourself. Trust in yourself, trust in the cards, trust in what you see in the cards, and then you can, you know, really take it from there. So that's that reading. That was pretty cool. I had fun with that. Okay, so till next time.